English Leap Podcast
with your favorite teacher. Welcome back to the English Leap Podcast. I'm Anna, and honestly, Jake, I have a massive confession to make today.
Oh no. Hi everyone, I'm Jake. Anna, whenever you start an episode with a massive confession, my heart skips a beat. What on earth happened?
Don't worry, nobody was harmed. But yesterday, I ran into an old acquaintance at a coffee shop, and she asked me one tiny, standard question.
Okay, sounds innocent enough. What was the question?
She smiled warmly and said, "So, Anna, tell me about yourself."
Oh, wow. Say no more. That is literally the most terrifying sentence in the human language.
Right? My brain completely left the building. I've been living inside my own mind for over 30 years, yet I stood there looking like a frozen statue.
That is so relatable. Why does that happen to us? You know yourself better than anyone else on earth.
Exactly. You are the world expert on your own life, but the second someone asks you to summarize it, your mind goes on a full vacation.
I do the exact same thing, Anna. Last week, someone asked me, and I blurted out, "I'm Jake, I like coffee, and I have a cat named Gerald."
Gerald. He is a very serious cat, though. Very professional.
Very judgmental, too. But seriously, I sounded like a robot. I felt so silly afterwards.
And that is precisely why we are here today. Welcome, English learners, to this cozy space.
Yes, if you are a B1 or B2 learner, or even pushing into C1, this episode was made specifically for you.
Today, we are cracking the code on how to talk about yourself in natural English with ease, confidence, and warmth.
Without sounding like you are reading line by line from a dry job application or a high school grammar textbook.
Exactly. And hey, before we dive deeper, make sure to check out the description box below for our full activity notes, practice guides, and episode summaries.
Definitely check that out. Now, Anna, back to the big mystery. Why is "tell me about yourself" so ridiculously hard?
Honestly, Jake, I think it is because the question is just way too big.
You are so right. It has no boundaries.
Exactly. Where do you even begin? Do you talk about your childhood, your career, your dreams?
Or Gerald the cat.
Maybe not Gerald on the very first meeting, but you make a great point. Without a starting line, your brain panics.
There is also that awful feeling of being self-conscious, right?
Oh, absolutely. Self-conscious is the perfect word for it.
You start worrying about every single word. Am I talking too much? Do I sound boring? Am I boasting?
Exactly. You end up judging yourself at the exact same time you are trying to speak. That is so exhausting.
And for English learners, there's double the pressure. You're trying to find the right thoughts while translating grammar in your head.
Exactly. So right here, right now, we want to take all that pressure off your shoulders.
Yes, talking about yourself is simply a skill. It is not magic. You can learn it, practice it, and master it.
And by the end of today's full session, you'll have simple, real English sentences you can steal and use right away.
Beautiful. Sentences that make people say, "Wow, this person is so interesting. I want to keep talking to them."
Which is the true secret of every great conversation, isn't it?
It really is. So are you ready to jump into the actual strategy, Anna?
I am so ready, Jake. Let's do this. So, Jake, let's start right at the beginning, the very first moment you meet someone.
Right, the dreaded initial introduction.
Exactly. Most English learners were taught a very specific formula in school, right?
Oh, I know the exact one. Hello, my name is Jake. I am 32 years old. I live in London. I am a podcast host.
Yes, and then complete awkward silence.
Absolutely. Everyone just stares at you like you are reading line by line from a passport application form.
It sounds so stiff and formal, right? And worst of all, it gives the other person zero hooks to grab onto.
That is the big problem. There is no warmth or personality in it. It feels completely robotic.
Precisely. So instead of delivering a dry list of facts, we want to give people what I like to call a thread to pull.
A thread to pull. I love that image, Anna. Tell us more about how that works.
Well, a thread to pull is just one small, genuine human detail. It gently invites the other person to ask a natural follow-up question.
Oh, I see. So it builds a warm bridge for conversation rather than a cold wall.
Exactly. For example, instead of saying, I am from Italy and I live in Dubai, you could tweak it slightly.
How would you say that naturally?
You could say, I grew up in Italy, but I've been living in Dubai for 6 years now, which mostly means I spend a lot of time missing real Italian bread.
Oh, wow. That is brilliant because now I immediately want to talk about bread and food.
See, it works every single time. It is warm, it's a little lighthearted, and it makes you instantly relatable.
And notice how simple that extra detail was. It wasn't about climbing Mount Everest or meeting a president.
Not at all. Never underestimate the power of simple, relatable details like missing local food, surviving bad weather, or adjusting to a new city.
What about when someone asks about your career or where you studied?
Talking about your background. That is where people often make the classic mistake of reciting their entire resume.
Guilty as charged. I used to list every single job I ever held since I was 18.
We've all been there, Jake. But again, the secret is to share a mini origin story, not a full biography.
An origin story, like a superhero, but hopefully with fewer explosions.
Exactly, a calm origin story. You connect your past to your present using natural conversational phrases.
What kind of natural phrases help with that?
Useful phrases like, I grew up in, or I ended up going into, or I have a background in.
Oh, I really love that phrase, I ended up. Why does that sound so natural to native speakers?
Because life rarely goes strictly according to plan, right? Saying, I ended up in marketing shows a real journey.
Right, it acknowledges that life took you on an interesting turn, which makes you sound human and grounded.
Exactly. Like saying, I studied literature, but I ended up working in tech, and moving to the big city was quite an adjustment.
Ooh, quite an adjustment. That is such a smooth, elegant phrase.
It really is. It shows honest self-awareness without overthinking or sounding like a textbook.
So the real secret for sharing your background is to keep it moving like a river, not a static shopping list.
Beautifully said, Jake. You connect the dots of your life into one brief, interesting picture.
But Anna, what happens when people start worrying about how they come across when talking about their personality?
That is where describing who you are comes in, and that is exactly what we need to tackle next. That brings us to one of the most cringeworthy parts of talking about yourself, describing your personality.
Oh, absolutely. Whenever someone asks me to describe my personality, my brain defaults to those classic job interview cliches.
You mean sentences like, I am a very hard worker, or I am a total people person.
Yes, exactly those. What does a people person even mean at this point?
Nobody knows, Jake. It has been repeated so many times that it has completely lost its charm.
So how do we describe who we are without sounding like a broken record?
The secret is simple. Show, don't just tell.
Ooh, show, don't just tell. Give us an example of how that works in real life.
Instead of just saying, I am funny or I am organized, you show a tiny habit that proves it.
Like saying, I'm the kind of person who makes a color-coded list before doing anything.
Exactly. Or, I tend to overthink things a little, but I'm working on taking things step by step.
That sounds so human and relatable. It shows real self-awareness.
Right, and nobody connects with someone who pretends to be perfect. We connect with real human quirks.
Speaking of real things, what about talking about your hobbies? That is where people either shine or go completely flat.
So true. The flat version is usually, I like reading, I like cooking, and I like going for walks.
And then the conversation just dies right there on the spot.
Exactly. But if you share your hobbies with genuine warmth, everything changes.
What phrases help us express our hobbies with more flavor?
You can say, I am really passionate about, or cooking is my favorite way of unwinding after a long day.
Oh, unwinding. That is such a cozy word. It means relaxing after a busy schedule, right?
Exactly. Like saying, I spend my weekends hunting for old vinyl records. There's a whole little ritual to it.
See, now I'm intrigued. I want to know what records you listen to and why you love them.
Because enthusiasm is contagious. When you show real feeling, people naturally want to keep talking to you.
What about talking about your future goals and dreams? That can feel a bit scary or vulnerable sometimes.
It really can. People worry about sounding too ambitious or they fear failing out loud.
So, how do we share our goals with confidence?
The key is to connect your goal to your why.
Your why. Explain that for our listeners.
Instead of just saying, I want to start a podcast, you share the reason behind it.
Like, I want to start a podcast because I love helping people feel less alone when learning English.
Yes, now your goal has a heart, and you can use phrases like, I'm working towards, or I'm at a point where I want to focus on creating.
Working towards sounds so active and realistic. It shows you're making steady progress step by step.
Exactly, and notice how all of these phrases balance confidence with being humble.
That balance is everything. How do you define being humble in conversation?
Being humble means you're grounded, you're proud of your progress, but you don't act like you're better than anyone else.
Right, you can put yourself out there with calm self-assurance while still making room to listen to others.
Precisely. Confident enough to share, humble enough to listen.
I love that motto. And speaking of all these amazing phrases we just used,
It's time to step into our next big segment, the word tour.
Welcome, everyone, to the word tour section. My absolute favorite part of the episode.
Mine too, Jake. This is where we take 6 key words and phrases from our chat and show you how to use them in real life.
Exactly. You don't just want to recognize these words, you want to start using them naturally.
So let's jump right into word number 1, self-conscious.
Ooh, self-conscious. What does that actually mean in plain English, Anna?
Self-conscious means feeling overly aware of yourself and constantly worrying about how you look, sound, or what others think of you.
Example 1. I used to feel so self-conscious whenever I ordered food at a busy cafe in English.
Great example. Example 2. Try not to feel self-conscious about making tiny grammar mistakes. Nobody is judging you.
Love that reminder. Word number 2 is a phrasal verb, come across.
Come across means how you appear or seem to other people. It is the impression you give off.
Example 1. She comes across as incredibly warm and welcoming during meetings.
Perfect! Example 2. I hope I didn't come across as impolite when I left the party early yesterday.
Very practical. Word number 3 is an adjective, humble.
Humble means staying grounded and modest without acting like you are better or smarter than anyone else.
Example 1. Even after earning his master's degree, he remained completely humble and kind.
Example 2. It is important to stay humble and keep learning no matter how much success you achieve.
Exactly. Word number 4 is one of my personal favorites, unwind.
Unwind. Unwind means to relax, untangle your thoughts, and let go of stress after a busy day or week.
Example 1. Cooking a homemade meal with quiet background music is my favorite way to unwind after work.
That sounds so cozy, Jake. Example 2. We booked a weekend cottage in the mountains just to unwind and read.
Ooh, I need a weekend like that. Word number 5 is an idiom, put yourself out there.
Put yourself out there means taking a brave step to share yourself, speak up, or try something new even if you feel a bit nervous.
Example 1. Joining an English speaking club was scary at first, but I'm so glad I put myself out there.
Excellent! Example 2. She put herself out there by starting a YouTube channel to share her cooking recipes.
That takes real courage. And our final phrase for today, word number 6, working towards.
Working towards means making steady, intentional effort to reach a specific goal step by step.
Example 1. I'm currently working towards speaking English smoothly without pausing so much.
Love that. Example 2, they're working towards moving to a bigger apartment by the end of the year.
6 powerful natural words that you can steal for your daily conversations right now.
Absolutely. And up next, we have our Say It Better segment and your homework challenge. And now, welcome to everyone's favorite practical section, Say It Better.
Yes, this is where we take 4 basic, slightly stiff textbook sentences and transform them into natural, native-sounding English.
Exactly, Jake, because school textbooks often teach sentences that sound a bit robotic in casual conversation.
So let's upgrade sentence number 1, basic version. Hello, my name is Jake, and I am 30 years old.
Say it better. Hey, I'm Jake. I'm based in London at the moment, but I'm originally from a quiet town in the north.
Oh, I love that so much. Saying where you are based sounds so smooth and modern.
It really does. It gives people a glimpse into your life without sounding like you are filling out an official form.
Okay, sentence number 2, basic version. I like reading books.
Say it better. I'm really into reading, especially cozy mystery novels on rainy weekends.
That is fantastic. Instead of just saying I like, you say I'm really into.
Exactly. And notice how adding cozy mystery novels gives the other person a specific thread to pull.
Right. Now I can ask you what mystery books you recommend. Sentence number 3, basic version. I am a hard worker.
I'm the kind of person who loves seeing a project through to the end.
Wow, that is such a powerful upgrade. It replaces a tired cliche with a clear human habit.
Precisely. It shows your strong dedication instead of just labeling yourself.
And sentence number 4, basic version. I want to improve my English speaking.
I'm working towards speaking English with more ease and confidence this year.
Working towards speaking with ease. That sounds so positive, active, and grounded.
It shows progress and direction, which is what real confidence is all about.
Those 4 upgrades are so useful. And now, Anna, it is time for our audience homework challenge.
Yes, we want to hear from every single one of you in the comments section below.
Today's homework prompt is simple, fun, and powerful.
We want you to introduce yourself in the comments using at least one new word or phrase from today's episode.
Tell us where you are based, a hobby you are really into, or a goal you are working towards.
Don't worry about being perfect. Just focus on being genuine and giving us a little thread to pull.
Anna and I will be reading your comments, so don't be shy. Put yourself out there.
Keep practicing, keep showing up for yourself, and take care of your heart.
Bye, everyone. See you in the next episode of the English Leap podcast.
Bye-bye.